So today I'm going to be walking you through how you can send unlimited cold DMs on Facebook for free with one click of a button. You don't need to pay for any expensive softwares, and I'm going to put you on some serious free game in this video. So Mark Zuckerberg is actually going to hate me for making this video because he definitely doesn't want people doing what I'm going to share in this video, because everyone would be sending thousands of messages per day. So keep this a secret. And if you are new to the channel, I'm literally uploading right now bi-daily, so every other day, videos just helping you guys for free because I want to give back to you amazing people. So that's why I'm doing it, and this video will over deliver like crazy. So let's just get into it. Make sure you pay attention, and I'm going to be breaking down these simple 4 things. So I'm going to show you step by step how to get leads, how to filter those leads so you only message people you actually want to message, e.g. qualified leads. I'm going to show you how to automate the first message for free using something you probably haven't seen before, and then how to use AI to carry out the conversation. So I will put timestamps of each part that you want to watch in this video. So without further ado, let's dive straight into the first one, which is how do you find high quality leads in a Facebook group and then scrape them into a Google Sheets or a CSV so you can then run an automation through it, which I'm going to show you in this video. So what you want to do is you want to find 5 to 10 groups in your niche. Now, you could be doing this for real estate, roofing, fitness, wellness. It doesn't matter, right? Just find groups in your niche. So for example, let's just say hypothetically, you want to help online coaches and consultants and maybe service providers. You could find a group like this where you can find coaches, right? So very simply, you'd want to find probably better groups than this. And if you have a bit of money, you can actually pay maybe $50 to get into a private group of your niche. And then you've sort of infiltrated like really high quality leads because they haven't been reached out to before, which is 90% of the battle, in my opinion, when it comes to outbound, is just lead quality and making sure you reach out to people who haven't been overexposed to copywriting and agencies and all that stuff. So you can get more in depth with this, but just find 5 to 10 groups in your niche, and then essentially what you'd want to do is you'd want to head over to the Chrome extension Instant Data Scraper, completely free to use. Everything I'm going to be sharing in this video is free besides the final thing, but that's like optional at the end. But yeah, you want to download this as a CSV. So click on Instant Data Scraper, and as you can see, it has scraped about 50 leads or so. And to get all of the leads in this Facebook group, all you need to do is, let's just quickly remove that, is as you can see, it has highlighted it. So just scroll down more and then go back onto Instant Data Scraper, put this as like 2 or 3, and then just start crawling. And if you start crawling, as you can see, what this is doing is it's going down the group as we're speaking, and it's just getting all of these leads into a CSV for you. So if we go back here, let's just stop this because hopefully now you get an idea of this, and you can see we've gotten a bunch of leads already, but obviously if you were to spend 5 more minutes, you could get 1,000, 2,000 leads really easily. But now we need to actually filter those leads. So quickly download this as a CSV and make sure you're taking notes whilst you're watching this because I don't want you to miss any steps. And as you can see, we've just downloaded that as a CSV. So if we go back over here, now what we need to do is remove columns that aren't their name, Facebook group, and URL. So actually quickly, before you download it, just make sure you call this Facebook URL, call this their name, just so we have some understanding here, and then bio. So then just download that, and that's perfect. So now let's go on to the second step of this video. So as you can see, I'm literally just giving you guys the pure value in this video. I'm not selling you anything. It's just value. So what we want to do is we want to filter those leads to remove the bad ones. So now you should have a couple hundred leads from a group, right? And you now just want to open ChatGPT, and make sure you keep watching because I'm literally going to show you how to automate sending messages to these people on complete autopilot. With one click of a button, you can just send a message to all of them. So definitely keep watching. You do not want to miss this. So if we go back into the Notion, we just want to write this prompt here to ChatGPT saying, filter the lead list I've attached here to remove any leads with numbers, underscores, and then anyone that doesn't have coach, consultant, or agency in their bio. So if we actually open this CSV that we downloaded, which is the people inside the group, you can see that what we want is we only want to message people with the actual bio of who we want. So for example, business coach here, maybe this person, transformation. So we want to tell ChatGPT to remove the leads that don't have coach, consultant, or whoever you want to target in the actual bio. So if you're working with real estate, you would only want to put people who have a bio that say they're real estate agents or investors. And likewise, you can obviously do this for other niches. So we obviously want to target Amanda, right? Because she's a head coach at Istro Physiques. So obviously we'd want to message her. So this is the thought process behind it and how we essentially filter these leads from Facebook groups. So if we go into ChatGPT and just copy and paste this prompt and just quickly head over here, we can just put that in, just make sure it says bio. And then what we want to do is we want to very simply upload. So if we actually go back a second, we want to make sure we upload the lead list. So let's actually select this one. You want to upload from computer and then just paste it in. And just like that, if we click enter, what it's going to do is it's going to analyze and it's going to remove the leads that don't have coach in their bio. So we get rid of the bad ones. And you obviously, just a side note, you don't want to message business profiles. So as you can see, it's only got on a couple here. As you can see, works at this, consultant, coach, coaching. But obviously if you were to spend a lot more, you would obviously get a much bigger list than this, because you need, probably 1,000, and then you would get maybe 200, 300 qualified leads that you can run through this automation. So now once we've done that, you can just download this. So just say download, and it will give you a quick link that you can just click on, as you can see. So you want to click on that. And now if we head back to the Notion, we now want to put a prompt saying, write a personalized Oprah with a compliment using their bio. And obviously the more details you give ChatGPT, the better opener it's going to say. So what we're doing right now is we've obviously filtered the leads and we want to write a personalized message that we're going to send to them, and we're going to automate that message, but we just want to have some personalization so it's not the same message. You could just say, for example, hey Christina, are you selling coaching or consulting or something like that, just to get them to respond. And then in the second message, you could pitch, right? You can totally do that. That's fine. However, I've just found higher first reply rates if you add a bit of personalization. So if we just copy and paste this prompt, and I think let's just quickly upload this filtered leads here. So you can see that we want this one. I mean, it can probably do it either way, but if we click on this now, give it a second to analyze, and it should write an opener if we give it a second. So as you can see, it has said to Olivia, who's a business coach, it says, hey Olivia, just found your profile and noticed you are a business coach at, I don't think I can see that. It says, okay, so obviously she has a bad bio, but this is a better one, right? So let's say Lisa, who's a founder at Lisa Jowett Coaching. It says, hey Lisa, I just found your profile and noticed you are founder at Lisa Coaching. So obviously you want to, I think ChatGPT has accidentally put that exclamation mark there, or maybe that's just part of the box. But what we want to do now is we just want to say download this, and once again it's going to give you a link. But obviously if you were to spend a bit longer, you could get this really dialed in to the point where like it's really good. So you can see Amanda, right? It says, hey Amanda, I just found your profile and noticed you are head coach at Istro Physiques. I was wondering if you provided coaching on lead generation, or just, you can adapt this to whatever you want. But now you just want to download this, and you want to go on to one of the final steps. So you're pretty much already done at this point. You've done the hardest part. We now just need to run an automation through this so it does it without us having to actually manually send the first message, which I promised in this video. So if we go back here and we go to step 3, this is automating the first outbound message. So there's lots of ways you can go about this. If you have a bit of money, you can use a tool called Messenger Flow. If you, once again, have a bit of money, you can use Axiom.ai. I think it's like $25 a month, and that would just run you can build a playbook essentially, like in Bardeen as well. These are just no-code softwares. However, like what I said, I'm going to show you a free version of going about this, which does take a bit more time to set up, and it's a bit more confusing. But once again, you aren't spending money, so it's like you kind of get what you pay for. In this case, you're not paying anything. So we're going to be using either Merger.com, or if you're on MacBook, use Merger. If you're on Windows, use Jitbit. And essentially, we're using the same thing, right? It's a no-code tool. And just like Axiom and Bardeen, obviously the UI is better, everything's better about Axiom, Bardeen, and other like no-code softwares. But this is like a part of it where essentially it's just a macro recorder. So back in the day, people used macro recorders for video games. So in order to level up in a video game, you needed to be active online. But a lot of people didn't want to have to click their keyboard every 30 minutes to show that they're online. So they used tools like Mergo and other macro recorders to essentially press the same key every minute or every 30 minutes just to repeat the automation. So we can use this for outbound and anything else you want to automate essentially. So let's dive into this. One thing I just want to say that you need to make sure that the message option on Facebook and the follow option on Facebook is in the same place each time. So you might have to quickly go through the Google Sheet that you just downloaded. But once again, I'm going to be walking you through this right now, but I'm just giving you a heads up. Make sure you actually pay attention for this part because it's probably, I wouldn't say it's the most confusing part, but you just need to pay attention and you'll be absolutely fine. So let's open Google Sheets, right? So let's go here. Let's simply go to Google Sheets. If we just click on this, and we just want to import the filtered leads that we have downloaded. So if we go here, click Browse, Personalized Openers, and then just click Open, it should, on paper, give us everything that we want inside here. So if we give it a second to load, let's just call this Facebook Outbound, just while it's loading. Give it a second to load. We might have to refresh it. I think maybe, let's refresh. I don't know what it's doing here. Can't sync your changes, copy recent. Okay, another way you can go about this is just opening this. So this is actually perfect. This is what we want. And then just do Control A. Well, I mean, you don't even need to Control A. We can just highlight all of this information and just Control C, copy it. And then if this isn't working for some weird reason, we can just open a new Google Sheet and just paste it in. And as you can see, it's done it here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to download the, one of these two. If you're on Mac, it's merger.com. And if you're on Windows, it's jitbit.com. But any macro recorder will do. So as you can see, it will take you to this page. From this page, essentially what you want to do is just download it. I think there's an option here to download. I believe it's free. It is literally free. After 6 months, it's like $5. So it's insane, right? And if we quickly open this, and it will bring you to this page here. So what we've got here essentially is the settings for Merger. So this allows us to tell the software how many times we want to play back the recording. Perfect. So by now you should have a Google Sheet full of your leads that you got from Facebook groups if you followed the video carefully like you should have been doing. And in the Google Sheet, you should have their Facebook URL, as I've got their name, their bio, and the personalized opener we got from ChatGPT. So all we need to do now is run the automation through this. And obviously you would have hundreds of leads. I'm just using this as a demonstration. So that's why I've only got 7, but you would have a lot more. I'm just going to show you step by step how to run this automation now. On a quick side note, very quickly before we do that, make sure that when you open the Facebook URL, make sure the message is in the same spot each time, because as you can see, it should be, but occasionally, maybe like 3%, you'll get a message in a different place and then it won't run the automation. But as you can see, most of the time, like you can see the message options here, and it's all in the same spot. So that works perfectly. And that means the automation will run smoothly. So now just put your cursor on the tab and then put your cursor anywhere where you can remember. So let's just put it on this item here basically. And this is where we're going to end the recording. So now let's start the recording. So by clicking Command R, which is what we put it as on Merger.
Recording started.
So it should say recording started. Go down on your keyboard 1 and click Command C to copy the URL, Command T on your keyboard to open a new tab, and then Command V to paste. And once you've done that, we are essentially then going to hover down to message. We're then going to go back to the Google Sheet, and we're not going to do this on our cursor. We're simply going to click right 3 times to grab the personalized opener and then go back to Instagram and simply do Command V to paste. And then we paste it in and we shut the tab. We go back 3 times on our keyboard and then simply put our cursor where we started and then end the recording.
Recording stopped.
Just like that, you've done the hardest part. Now all you need to do is click Command S, and as you see,
Playback start.
it's going to play back what we just did. So I'm not touching anything, and it's going to go down. As you can see, it's gone down on the keyboard. It's going to copy that. It's going to open a new tab. It's going to paste the URL into this tab. As you can see, it's pasted it in, and I could be doing something else. I could be going to the gym. I could be doing other things. And it's going to go down to the message. It's going to click on message, and it's actually going to paste the message into the thing. That means I could just go to the gym. I could go for a walk. You can see it's going to go right 3 times, which is what it's done. And this is going to repeat 15 times. And the reason it's going to repeat 15 times and then stop is because that is what we set the macro recorder to do. So it's as simple as that, to be honest. And it's going to do this 15 times. So it's just going to continue doing it. Once again, you could be doing anything. You could be, creating content whilst this is doing it. It doesn't matter, but you can see how efficient this is. So now it's going to send a personalized message to Annie without me doing anything. So it's going to click on Annie. So once again, you can see that we sent a message to Amanda personalized before. So it's clicked on Annie. It's going to send a message without me doing anything. Give it a second to load. And these are personalized messages. You can create better ones using the ChatGPT method that I showed you, but you can see how powerful this is. And just like that, it's, once again, send another message to Annie. And it's going to stop after 15, and then you can obviously do that. But yeah, I'm just going to end the workflow here because this is showing you how it works. Like, it's pretty crazy, but you can get more creative with this. So let's stop the recording. Sorry, stop the... Yeah, it's going to stop. Yeah, so we stop the playback, and yeah, that's as simple as it gets. Obviously, if you had a lot more leads in here, it would just run through the list without you doing anything. And yeah, that's a free one. If you don't want to do this, or maybe you don't have Mac or Windows, you can pay for a software called Messenger Flow. It's like Instantly.ai, which is a cold email one, but for, so if we log in, so Messenger Flow, you can essentially just run campaigns outbound on Facebook. It's got a Unibox, it's got proxies, it's got accounts. I'm not affiliated with them. You can just use this if you don't want to do the method that I just showed you for free. However, this does cost a bit more. This costs about $49. So I recommend just using the method that I showed you for free because, once again, I'm here to give you guys value. So that's pretty much how you automate the first message. Really simple. Hopefully you have understood what I'm showed you so far. And now let's talk about the final thing, which is using AI to carry out the conversation. This is optional. You don't have to do this because this part will cost you a bit of money, maybe $20 to $100, depending on what you do. But I recommend, please try and do this and book appointments first manually. So use the the automation to send the first message outbound, but then manually respond to prospects once they respond to the first message, because you need to get a proof of concept. And then once you're booking appointments and you're getting a bit of cash flow, you can then maybe use this strategy, which all my members in the school community absolutely print appointments from doing this, right? Because it basically automates everything. So if you are familiar with ManyChat or GoHelloable, you need a trigger to start a workflow. So for example, I could say to you, message me the word Charlie on Instagram or Facebook, and I'll send you something. And it's an autoresponder, right? But you need a word to start that autoresponder, to start the workflow. So what we're going to do is we're going to predict what the prospect will respond to the first message. So if your first message is to med spa owners and you're saying, hey Susan, do you offer injectable derma fillers? You could predict that the prospect, the med spa owner, will say yes or yeah or maybe or no. And from there on, it's going to start the trigger, which is going to start the workflow. So just to give you a really quick example of this and to show you how easy this is to build, here's what it looks like if you want to automate the rest of the conversation using AI, right? So you have a trigger, which could be anything. So you could put yes here. So if the prospect responds yes to the first message, it will start this workflow. You could have yeah. You could have, of course, you could have anything. I recommend putting about 10 to 15 of these, and then simply save that trigger. And then you'd want to put what you want as the second message. So you could say perfect, and you could just put your offer here. So you could say, I help med spa owners get an extra, if I can actually spell, I don't know, 17 appointments or whatever you want. So this is the second message, and then it's going to wait. So it's going to wait for contact reply. And in terms of how you do this, obviously this is just add a trigger. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Customer replied. So you can find that here. And then messenger, that's just very simple. You click on add. Let me move myself over here so you can see. And you just search for messenger and you click on that. Wait is very simple. We just simply search for wait and then add that. And then condition is if or else. So if else here, we add that. And what this does is it's going to have a condition which is reply. So if the contact replied equals true, so if they responded to your second message, it's going to take them down this path. And if they didn't respond to your second message, it's going to give a follow-up, right? And this is a follow-up bot, which we've, probably prompted quite well to be able to do unique follow-ups every single time to get the prospect to engage back into the conversation, to see your offer and to book an appointment. And if you want this workflow completely done for you inside free Go High Level, you can join my school community and you'll get access to amazing people who are also trying to scale their agencies and coaching businesses. So I highly recommend you join the school, just because it will save you money and time, and it will just increase your success basically, because I've done the hard work of building these workflows, and you get about 15 of these workflows built for you in free Go High Level, as well as coaching with me on Friday, Sunday. We have Q&A calls. You're going to learn a lot and you're going to scale a lot quicker. But nonetheless, you can build this yourself if you want to do the hard work. And then essentially, if they do respond, we use the conversational AI here. So conversational AI, and we just turn on this advanced bot configurations, and then we basically put whatever we want in the prompt. So the more info you put, the more of a better answer it's going to give you. And this is simple prompting engineering, which you can learn. And then if they respond to this second qualifying question, it will take them to the third one. And at any point, if they stop responding, it's going to go to the follow-up bot. So it doesn't matter whether you send them the Calendar link. If they don't respond to that Calendar link within 10 hours, it's going to send a unique follow-up saying, hey, did you book an appointment? Or hey, did you choose a time yet? So yeah, in terms of how you do that is, obviously, you have the timeout here, and then this is just a simple go-to. So it's a go-to, and then we click up here if they don't respond. And then once again, this is just a follow-up bot. So if they do respond to the follow-up bot, then it takes them back to the question. So yeah, it's a never-ending, infinite loop basically. So it's really powerful. But yeah, that pretty much brings us to the end of the video. If you did enjoy, just leave a like, comment what videos you want next, and subscribe. And once again, you can join my school. And it's amazing because it's all built for you. You get an absolute ridiculous amount of workflows done for you without you having to do anything. So yeah, that'll be the first link in the description. If you don't want to join that, stay tuned because I've got some amazing videos coming soon on the channel. And yeah, take it easy and have an amazing day.